Okay guys, quilts are all set up, shelter's ready. It's about time to go get some water. I'm gonna have to hike down to the creek. Now, one piece of gear, I have a lot of gear, just pieces and pieces that I bought over the years. I'm a gear junkie. One piece of gear that I've taken with me on every single trip since I started backpacking as a civilian is this. This is the Sea to Summit 10-liter folding bucket. Comes in this nice little orange pouch, very light, probably a few ounces. I can get an exact weight on it, but I've taken this with me everywhere. Now, what it is basically what it says it is. It is a folding bucket. It's more of a collapsible bucket. So I keep it in my pack. It always goes in my cook kit. Keep it with my pot because it fits in every one of my pots. And then I can go down to a creek with this and fill it up. Now, it is self-standing. It's got this bottom on it, and it doesn't look very stable right now, but when you fill it with water, it tends to balloon out, and that flat bottom's a little bit thicker material. It will sit flat. However, what I found through the years is that when you fill it, you can only fill it about half full and have it be reliably self-standing. It'll sit on the ground. It's been kicked countless times. It's fallen over. Even wind has sometimes moved it. I don't know how many times I've kicked it, lost all my water, had to go back to the creek and fill it up again. But since it's got this handle on it, what I can do is I can fill up the bucket as high as I want to, carry it, and then use a piece of rope, shot cord, something, wrap it around a tree, set it right here, and let it hold it. So this lets me walk down to the creek. It's got a little handle, bailing type handle here, and you fill it. And you scoop some in, and it'll start to sag a little bit. You do it again. You just keep filling it up until you get enough water in there, and then you can carry it back and have it right next to your campfire if you want. It's a good thing to do this before I start a campfire. That way I have some water in case, it's a very windy day. I have water to put a fire out. It's not potable. I never use this for purified water. What I do is I either pump filter or boil some of the water out of it, things like that, and I just leave this as quote-unquote dirty water. The nice thing about a bucket like this is most of the stuff will settle down to the bottom, and it's a large enough top that you can scoop out of the thing, and you don't have to worry so much about getting silt and sand and grit and organic matter, things like that, in your water. It lets it clear a little bit and settle. So I'm going to go down to the creek. I'm going to fill this up, bring it back up here. Yeah, I'll have to walk with, a couple pounds of water back up here, but I'm not carrying the pack, things like that. If I knew that I was going to a creek crossing and then past that there wouldn't be any water until I got to my campsite and it was a good ways away, a mile or so, I would pull this out of my pack before I got to my site, and I would go ahead and fill it up, and I would just struggle through it and I'd carry it. That way I don't have to walk down to the creek, however far every time I need to get a little bit more water. Half a bucket of this plus 2 full bottles. This will last me until well into tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got a creek crossing, and actually my site tomorrow is right next to the creek. It's on the creek. So I'll still use this. I'll still go down and fill it up because I don't want to have to go down every 2 hours just to fill up a bottle of water, something like that. But I won't have to have this as far as portaging water the whole way up to here. So I'm going to go down, check out the creek. Hopefully it's, just deep enough. You only need about 3 inches of flowing water to really get this guy filled up. And I can go down and I can top it off, and I shouldn't need to go back down at all the rest of the night.